Look around you, or perhaps look within. Every single one of us, without exception, carries burdens. We all face obstacles. Life isn't a straight, smooth path. It's a winding journey filled with unexpected turns, steep climbs, and sometimes seemingly impossible barriers. We've all felt it, that moment when something stands in our way, blocking our dreams, challenging our peace, or simply making us feel stuck. We usually see these hurdles as enemies, as things that prevent us from achieving our goals, from finding true happiness, from living a truly fulfilling life. But what if that very perception, that feeling of being blocked, is the biggest obstacle of all? What if the secret to real strength, to profound personal growth, isn't about finding a way around these problems, but about actually walking straight through them, even embracing them? For centuries, a powerful, timeless philosophy has offered a radical new perspective on this universal human struggle. It's a wisdom born from the ancient world, forged in the minds of some of history's most resilient thinkers, Stoicism. And at its heart lies a profound, liberating truth, captured brilliantly in a simple yet incredibly powerful idea. The obstacle is the way. Today, we're not just exploring an ancient philosophy, we're embarking on a journey of self-discovery, a journey into the depths of Stoic wisdom that promises to completely transform your relationship with challenges, turning them not into frustrating barriers, but into powerful catalysts for growth, into springboards for your own unshakable personal power. Get ready to discover how to cultivate an inner calm that no storm can disturb, a resilience that bends but never breaks, and a mindset that doesn't just survive adversity, but actually thrives in its presence. This isn't just theory. This is a practical path to becoming the most powerful, peaceful, and purposeful version of yourself. Chapter 1. Understanding the obstacle is the way. Core Stoic principles. So, we've touched on this incredibly powerful idea. The obstacle is the way. But let's truly immerse ourselves in the profound wisdom behind it. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a deep, transformative truth about how life unfolds and how we can not just survive, but flourish within it. It means that the very things that appear to block our path, that causes frustration, that seem to stand between us and our deepest aspirations, these are not roadblocks to be bypassed, but rather essential proving grounds for our character. They are the challenging weights that build our mental fortitude, the very crucible in which our spirit is refined and strengthened. Now, let's address a common misconception right at the outset. When you hear Stoicism, you might mistakenly picture someone cold, robotic, perhaps even indifferent to human experience. You might imagine a person who simply shuts down their emotions or shrugs off all challenges. But that's not what this profound philosophy teaches us at all. True Stoicism isn't about lacking emotions, it's about mastering them. It's about acknowledging the very real waves of disappointment, anger, or fear that inevitably wash over us. Because we are human, and those feelings are a part of life, but then consciously choosing not to be engulfed or controlled by them. It's about cultivating an inner resilience so profound that the chaotic winds of the outside world simply lose their power to disturb your fundamental peace. At the very core of this ancient, liberating wisdom lies a truth that can genuinely set you free from so much daily struggle and anxiety. It was beautifully articulated by Epictetus, a man who endured unimaginable hardship as a slave, yet rose to become one of history's most empowering teachers. He famously declared, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Pause for a moment and let that profound insight resonate within you. This isn't just a philosophical statement from antiquity. It's your personal declaration of freedom in the modern world. Life, without a doubt, will throw countless external events your way. A sudden job loss, a difficult conversation with a loved one, an unexpected health challenge, a financial setback, or even a global event that shifts everything you thought you knew. Here's the stark truth: we have absolutely zero control over these external events themselves. We can't rewind time, we can't dictate other people's decisions, we can't command the weather or the economy. That's a fundamental, sometimes painful, reality of human existence. But here's the game changer, the profound secret of where your unlimited power truly lies. What you absolutely can control every single time is how you perceive these events, what your attitude is towards them, and most importantly, how you choose to respond to them. This is your personal superpower, your invincible inner fortress, entirely within your command. Imagine two people facing the exact same sudden challenge, perhaps a major unexpected setback at work. One person crumbles, feels like a helpless victim, and allows the problem to define their entire day, their week, their outlook. They see it as a dead end, a crushing blow. The other, however, feels the initial sting, yes, but then they choose a different path, a stoic path. They choose to see it as a forced redirection, an unexpected test of their ingenuity, an opportunity to learn something new, to get incredibly creative, to discover a depth of resilience they didn't even know they possessed. The external obstacle is identical for both, but the outcome, the personal growth that springs from it, is entirely shaped by their internal response, by their wise choice. This core Stoic insight is nothing short of revolutionary. It completely flips the script on adversity. Instead of being a helpless passenger on life's wild ride, you become the captain of your own inner world, the master of your own thoughts and reactions. The obstacle isn't a scary monster to be avoided. It's a profound teacher, a challenging workout, a piece of raw material that you, and only you, have the power to transform into something stronger, something more virtuous, something truly powerful. It forces you to look inward and realize that your greatest strength isn't in trying to control the uncontrollable world outside you, but in cultivating and mastering the incredible, unshakable world within you. This is where your journey to enduring strength and serene wisdom truly begins. Chapter 2. The Dichotomy of Control, Your Unconquerable Kingdom Within. Let's look at the single most liberating concept in Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. This isn't just a philosophical idea. It's a profound blueprint for inner peace and unstoppable personal power. It's the ultimate guide to knowing where to invest your precious energy, your focus, and your emotional well-being. Epictetus, whose life itself was a testament to this very principle, taught his students, some things are in our control and others are not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and, in a word, whatever are not our own actions. Think about that for a moment. This isn't a limitation, it's a liberation. It's an invitation to focus your magnificent energy, your unique talents, and your boundless courage on the only place that can truly make a difference, your inner world. What exactly is within your sacred sphere of influence? Your judgments, your beliefs, your values, your intentions, your efforts, your character, and your choices. In essence, it's how you think and how you act. Everything else, the weather, the economy, other people's opinions, their actions, past events, future outcomes, even your physical health to a large extent, is outside your control. We spend so much of our lives agonizing over the uncontrollable. We worry about what others think, fret over political decisions, stress about traffic, or replay past mistakes endlessly. This is like trying to change the direction of the wind with your bare hands, utterly exhausting and utterly futile. It's a sure path to frustration, anxiety, and a deep sense of powerlessness. But when you meticulously identify what is truly within your sphere of influence and direct all your efforts there, you unlock an immense, unshakable personal power. You reclaim your sovereignty. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, understood this deeply, writing in his private meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the very essence of turning obstacles into power. An external obstacle, be it a difficult boss, a canceled flight, or a global crisis, is simply a fact. It holds no inherent power to harm your spirit. Its power over you comes entirely from your judgment about it, your reaction to it. If you believe the canceled flight ruins your entire trip, then it does. But if you see it as an unexpected opportunity for reflection, for patience, or for finding an alternative adventure, then it becomes just that. The obstacle forces you to look inward and choose your response. It demands that you apply your wisdom and courage where it matters most. This principle is not about indifference to the world. It's about strategic engagement. It's about being fully present, doing your absolute best, and applying yourself with maximum effort to the things that are within your control. And for everything else, you accept it with equanimity, knowing that your peace is not dependent on external perfection, but on your internal integrity. Think about a goal you're striving for. You can control your dedication, your learning, your persistence, your attitude when faced with setbacks. You cannot control the market conditions, the decisions of others, or pure luck. The Stoic path is to pour your heart and soul into what you can command, and then, with profound inner calm, accept what you cannot. The obstacle, then, isn't something to be feared. It becomes the very canvas on which you paint your masterpiece of resilience. It is the perfect training partner, pushing you to refine what truly defines you, your character, and your choices.
Chapter 3. Amor Fati. Embracing your fate with love. Let's explore perhaps the most radical yet profoundly liberating concept in Stoicism, amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This isn't just about accepting what happens, it's about actively, even joyfully embracing everything that occurs, both the good and the seemingly bad, as an essential part of your journey, a vital ingredient in your becoming. Our natural inclination when something undesirable happens is to resist it, to complain, to wish it hadn't occurred. We fight against reality, expending vast amounts of energy on things that have already happened or are utterly beyond our control. But the Stoics understood that this resistance is the true source of suffering. Amor Fati offers a breathtaking alternative. What if you could meet every challenge, every setback, every unexpected twist, not with dread, but with a profound sense of purpose, even love? Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, who faced unimaginable pressures and losses, understood this deeply. He wrote in his personal journal, the Meditations, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it." Imagine that fire. It doesn't discriminate. It consumes wood, leaves, even seemingly detrimental debris, and transforms them not into ash to be discarded, but into greater heat, brighter light, and a more vibrant blaze. In that same powerful way, amor fati teaches us to become that fire. We learn to take every experience life throws at us, the frustrations, the disappointments, the heartbreaks, the unexpected detours, and consciously transform them into fuel for our inner growth, for our wisdom, for our strength. This doesn't mean you won't feel pain or sadness. Stoicism isn't about being unfeeling, it's about being undisturbed at your core. You feel the hurt, but you refuse to let it define you or paralyze you. Instead, you ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? How can I use this very moment to become more virtuous? Amor fati is an act of profound self-mastery, a declaration that you will not be a victim of circumstance, but an active participant in your own unfolding destiny. Seneca, another giant of Stoic thought, also emphasized this active embrace of adversity, reminding us, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. He challenges us to step forward, to meet what life presents with courage. Amor fati is that courage in action. When you lose a job, amor fati isn't saying, oh well, I give up. It's saying, this is what is, and because it is, I will find the hidden opportunity in this redirection. I will embrace this chance to develop new skills, to discover a path I never would have considered. This is part of my story, and I will make it a powerful chapter. This mindset cultivates an incredible sense of inner peace. When you genuinely love your fate, when you embrace every single moment as essential, then nothing can truly throw you off course. Every obstacle isn't just something to be overcome, it's something to be integrated, something that enriches your very being. It frees you from the exhausting cycle of regret for the past and anxiety for the future. You become fully present, fully powerful in the only moment that truly exists, this one. You become an artist, transforming the raw material of your life, no matter how challenging, into a masterpiece of resilience and purpose. This is the ultimate freedom, the ultimate love.
Chapter 4. Negative Visualization. Fortifying your mind against life's storms. So far, we've talked about embracing what comes our way. But what if we could actually prepare for challenges before they even arrive? This is where a powerful yet often misunderstood Stoic technique comes in: negative visualization. Now, the name might sound a bit gloomy, like dwelling on negativity, but trust me, this is anything but. This is a profound exercise in mental fortitude, a way to inoculate your mind against the shock of adversity and to unlock immense gratitude for what you have right now. In a world that constantly pushes us towards positive vibes only, Stoicism offers a radical counterpoint. It's not about being pessimistic, it's about being prepared. It's about consciously, deliberately contemplating potential misfortunes, not to invite them, but to strip them of their power over you should they occur. Seneca, one of the great Roman Stoics, who himself faced exile and immense political pressure, urged us, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man." He extended this wisdom beyond just death, encouraging us to regularly consider the potential loss of everything we hold dear: our health, our loved ones, our possessions, our freedom, our reputation. Why? Not to make us miserable, not to invite despair, but to achieve the exact opposite. By mentally rehearsing these losses, not morbidly, but with a detached philosophical curiosity, you build an incredible mental toughness. You teach your mind that you can and will endure. You reduce the paralyzing power that fear holds over your choices and your peace. Think of it as mental training for the inevitable. Just like an athlete visualizes difficult races to prepare their body, a Stoic visualizes life's potential hardships to prepare their mind. When an actual obstacle inevitably arrives, you've, in a profound sense, already faced it. The initial shock is lessened, the emotional jolt is softened, because your mind has already walked that path. This practice helps you internalize the liberating truth that your happiness, your inner calm, and your sense of purpose aren't fragile things dependent on external conditions. They reside within you, unconquerable. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, echoed this sentiment, reminding himself to consider the impermanence of all things. Meditate often on the swiftness with which all existing things are carried along and pass away.
This isn't meant to sadden you, but to awaken a fierce appreciation for the present moment. By contemplating what you could lose, you unlock a deeper, more profound gratitude for what you have. That warm cup of coffee, the laughter of a friend, the quiet hum of your home, the very breath in your lungs, these become incredibly precious when you've allowed yourself to truly consider their absence. Negative visualization, paradoxically, is one of the fastest routes to joy and contentment. It transforms everyday blessings from overlooked details into miracles. So when facing an uncertain project, a daunting conversation, or any source of anxiety, instead of pushing the fears away, invite them in for a moment. Consider the worst-case scenario, not to wallow, but to strategically dismantle its power. What if it goes wrong? What's the true impact? You'll often find that the imagined catastrophe is far less terrifying when calmly considered. You can then prepare contingency plans or simply diminish the power it has to paralyze you. The obstacle of fear, that internal struggle that drains so much energy, is greatly lessened because you've already walked through it mentally, emerging stronger and more appreciative of your footing right now. This is how you proactively build an unshakable mind, transforming potential future obstacles into present sources of gratitude and strength.
Chapter 5. Virtue as the sole good, the unshakable compass in life's storms. We've explored how to see obstacles, how to train our minds for them, and how to embrace whatever life brings. But what is the ultimate guiding principle through it all? For the Stoics, the answer is clear, profound, and deeply empowering. Virtue is the sole good. This isn't just a moral code, it's the very foundation of an unshakable, meaningful life. It's the ultimate compass that always points true, no matter how turbulent the waters. For the Stoics, virtue isn't about rigid rules or outdated dogma. It's about developing the supreme qualities of human character: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These aren't abstract ideals. They are practical skills, honed by every challenge, perfected by every choice. Everything else in life, wealth, health, pleasure, reputation, the Stoics called indifferent. They're not inherently good or bad. Their value depends entirely on how they are used. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who held the fate of an empire in his hands and yet constantly looked inward, wrote this powerful reminder to himself. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. This is where virtue meets the obstacle head-on. When faced with a challenge, the Stoic doesn't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" or "How can I avoid this discomfort?" Instead, the Stoic asks, "How can I respond to this in a way that aligns with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? How can this obstacle become a proving ground for my highest self?" Consider a situation where you're unfairly criticized or betrayed by someone you trusted. This is a painful external obstacle. A non-Stoic might react with immediate anger, resentment, or a desire for retaliation. But a Stoic steps back. They ask, "How can I demonstrate justice here by not allowing my anger to lead to an unfair or harmful reaction? How can I show courage by addressing the issue directly and calmly, rather than gossiping or avoiding it? How can I exercise temperance by managing my own frustrations and not letting them overwhelm me? And most importantly, how can I apply wisdom to understand the situation objectively and choose the most effective, ethical, and ultimately self-preserving response?" The obstacle isn't the unfair criticism itself, it's the profound opportunity to refine your own character, to practice virtue in the messy, real world. It's a chance to choose a noble, empowering response regardless of the external provocation. This approach builds an inner citadel, a fortress of integrity within you that no external event, no harsh word, no unexpected loss can truly penetrate.
Your true well-being becomes impervious to the slings and arrows of fortune because it rests on the solid bedrock of your own character. Epictetus also emphasized this ultimate focus. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. He's not just talking about a simple reaction, he's talking about a reaction rooted in virtue. When you act with integrity, with clear judgment, with inner strength, and with self-control, you are not just overcoming the obstacle, you are transforming yourself. You are becoming stronger, more resilient, and more truly free. The obstacle then becomes a divine invitation, a personal trainer pushing you to live up to your highest potential. It forces you to ask, what kind of person do I want to be in this moment? How can I embody my best self right now? And in answering that question with virtuous action, you don't just conquer the obstacle, you conquer yourself in the most magnificent way possible. This consistent choice, guided by virtue, is the path to an enduring happiness that no external circumstance can ever steal away.
Chapter 6: Practical Steps for Turning Obstacles into Power, Your Daily Stoic Practice. We've journeyed through the profound ideas of Stoicism, understanding that the obstacle isn't a barrier, but the very path to our strength. But how do we take these powerful concepts and weave them into the fabric of our everyday lives, especially when the challenges feel overwhelming? This isn't about theoretical knowledge, it's about action, about building new habits that transform your reality. This is your practical guide to becoming an unbreakable force. Here are concrete, deeply impactful Stoic steps you can begin integrating right now to turn every problem into personal power. 1. Identify what's within your control. The freedom equation. When an obstacle hits, that unexpected email, the frustrating delay, the difficult news, your immediate instinctive reaction might be panic or anger. Pause. This is your Stoic moment. Mentally or even physically, draw a line. On one side, list everything about this situation that is absolutely outside your control. The past event, other people's choices, the weather, the market. Let it go. On the other side, list what is entirely within your power, your attitude, your immediate actions, what you choose to learn from this, how you speak, how you prepare for what's next. Epictetus taught us this fundamental wisdom, and it's the cornerstone of all inner freedom. Focus your magnificent energy exclusively on the second list. This isn't just a mental exercise, it's a declaration of your sovereignty over your own life. You gain immense power by refusing to waste energy on what you cannot change. 2. Reframe your perception. The alchemist's secret. This is where the magic happens. Instead of automatically seeing the obstacle as a problem, consciously, deliberately, and with intention, reframe it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? How can this make me stronger, wiser, more compassionate? How can I use this very thing to become the person I aspire to be? Marcus Aurelius encouraged this inner work, seeing every event as perfectly suited for our growth. The moment you choose to see a challenge as a training exercise for your character, you strip it of its power to cause distress and imbue it with purpose. You're not just enduring, you're evolving. 3. Practice negative visualization, the gratitude amplifier. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's incredibly powerful. Occasionally, take a moment to contemplate the loss of things you cherish, your health, your loved ones, your possessions. Do this not to be morbid, but to profoundly appreciate their presence right now. Imagine your life without them, just for a moment. What would it feel like? Then open your eyes to the reality of their presence. The result is an immediate deep surge of gratitude and contentment. Seneca used this to steel his mind against future shocks, but its true gift is making you fiercely grateful for the present. By mentally preparing for potential hardship, you actually make yourself more joyful and resilient today. You realize how much you already have right now to cherish.
4. Embrace amor fati, the love of your journey. When something unexpected or undesirable happens, instead of resisting or complaining, practice amor fati, the love of your fate. Consciously say to yourself, this is what is happening. This is part of my unique story, and because it is, I will not just accept it, I will embrace it as a vital thread in the tapestry of my life. Seek the inherent lesson, the hidden opportunity, the unique path it reveals. This active love for your reality, no matter how messy, frees you from the endless tug-of-war with what-ifs. It allows you to move forward with a powerful sense of peace and purpose, transforming resistance into surrender, and surrender into strength. 5. Focus on virtue in action, your moral compass. This is the ultimate guide. Before you react to any obstacle, any person, any frustrating situation, ask yourself, what is the wise, courageous, just, or temperate response here? How can I embody my highest self in this moment? Let these Stoic virtues be your unwavering compass. When you choose courage over fear, wisdom over impulse, justice over revenge, and temperance over excess, you are not just responding to the obstacle, you are actively sculpting your character. You are building that unshakable inner citadel that makes you truly impervious to external events. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to express your best self. 7. Journaling as your personal laboratory, the power of reflection. Just like Marcus Aurelius poured his thoughts onto paper in his Meditations, make journaling a cornerstone of your daily practice. At the end of each day, reflect on your challenges. How did you respond? How could you have responded more virtuously, more wisely? What did you learn? This isn't about judgment, it's about growth. Your journal becomes your personal Stoic laboratory, a space to refine your understanding, track your progress, and reinforce these powerful principles until they become second nature. It's how you truly integrate wisdom into your lived experience. The unconquerable self, a life forged in wisdom. We've journeyed deep into the heart of Stoic wisdom, unearthing a truth that can forever alter your relationship with existence itself. The journey of life, we now understand, is not about finding calm waters. It is about becoming an unshakable mariner. Stoicism does not promise a world free of storms, but it offers something infinitely more valuable: a mind that remains serene, a spirit that stands unbroken despite the tempest. It offers inner freedom. The profound insight that the obstacle is the way is not merely a strategy for problem solving. It is a foundational truth about the very nature of personal evolution. Every challenge, every setback, every unexpected turn is not an external imposition to be lamented, but a divine invitation to cultivate your highest virtues. It is through these very trials that wisdom is sharpened, courage is tested, justice is practiced, and temperance is refined. The external world provides the raw material. Your internal response, guided by reason and virtue, transforms it into the essence of your character. This is the ultimate alchemy. The true battle is never against the external event. The true battle, and therefore the ultimate victory, is always within. It is in the conscious choice to meet adversity not with resistance, but with a profound and active acceptance. As Seneca eloquently reminds us of life's continuous flow, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Every obstacle is precisely that, an end to one phase and the inevitable necessary beginning of another. It is the very forge where your spirit is tempered, your resilience is hammered into being, and your true, authentic power is finally revealed. When you fully embrace the Stoic mindset, the obstacle ceases to be a formidable foe and becomes instead a trusted teacher, a personal trainer pushing you beyond your perceived limits, a silent guide leading you to your most integrated, purposeful, and powerful self.
This is the path to an unconquerable self, a consciousness so deeply rooted in its own principles that external fluctuations can no longer steal its fundamental peace. It transforms you from a mere passenger, passively carried by life's currents, into the conscious architect of your own inner dominion. You become not just resilient, but truly impervious to the caprices of fortune. So, the next time the world presents you with a challenge, remember this profound truth. See it not as a barrier, but as the very path laid out for your growth. Embrace it, for in that embrace, you will discover that the obstacle truly is the way, leading you not just to overcome, but to transcend. What profound transformation awaits you as you choose to walk this path of unshakable strength?
Now, the choice is yours. This wisdom is a gift, but it only becomes power through practice. Don't let these insights remain just words. Choose one obstacle you are facing right now, big or small. Apply just one of these Stoic principles. Reframe your perception. Identify what's in your control, or choose a virtuous response. Take that crucial first step. Begin forging your unconquerable self today.